Now then, please tell us exactly what you saw. I think it's worth noting that what had you so confused.
With pleasure, Your Honor. Okay, here we go.
He is a scoundrel. Pass.
I apologize for my misinterpretation of events. I'm afraid I really wasn't paying much attention to the painter as he left. With a dead body before me on the bench, I became quite fatigued. It was then that I noticed the incriminating belongings on the ground. The pouch and... the paintbrush. The defendant's paintbrush. After that, I ran straight for a phone booth to call the police.
I think I can understand why you seemed so confused before.
This clears up the witness's behavior that day as well. He was quite simply too shocked to think normally.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Oh boy.
Focus, Maya, focus. You can't let this jerk go so easily.
Alright. Now, you might have to... There might be a couple statements you'll have to press, but eventually, a contradiction will rear its ugly head out, and you will have to present some evidence. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. I apologize for my misinterpretation of events. Press or pass?
Pass.
I'm afraid I really wasn't paying much attention to the painter as he left.
Press that.
So what made you sure that Mr. McQueen left through the blocked entrance?
Many things happened the moment he fled.
Many things?
Yes. In an instant, a million things can happen. A rose can bloom, a cloud can burst, a couple can kiss. Shouldn't we stop to appreciate these things?
The witness does have a point. Why, just last night I was eating on the porch and a gorgeous moth caught my eye. And the next thing I knew, I was lying in bed in my pajamas.
I don't think I can take these ramblings anymore.
Welcome
sorry,
to
that's
my
my weapon.
Welcome to my world. As I was saying, with a dead body before me on the bench, I became quite fatigued.
Pressed. Press it.
You felt fatigued? You mean dizzy?
I suppose. It was a ghastly sight. I believe some therapy is in order once I'm through with this whole ordeal.
You look fine to me, you big faker.
Ah.
Did you happen to notice anything near the body?
It was then that I noticed the incriminating belongings on the ground. The pouch and...
Pass. Just for a minute.
the paintbrush. The defendant's paintbrush.
Press.
The paintbrush fell too, huh?
Yes, it did. The defendant's green paintbrush. It fell from inside his coat. Do you not believe me?
I think that's... Oh, wait! Wasn't it from the bag?
So you think that's strange, don't you?
Yeah, because it was from the Paints R Us bag in the little...
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
It does seem kind of strange.
What's so strange about a paintbrush falling, Miss Fay?
Well, a paintbrush is long and thin, right? Like a pen or pencil or a pen. And a coat has pretty deep pockets. A paintbrush wouldn't have fallen out very easily. In fact, it couldn't have.
Yet it seems to have happened. The paintbrush, along with the pouch, was found at the scene of the crime.
Oh, come on. When's the last time a pen fell out of your pocket? Unless there was a hole in it.
Well, I once, well...
It is rather unlikely, come to think of it. Witness, can you explain what happened?
Well, I never said that the brush fell out of his pocket.
It didn't? Then where did it fall from?
Recall that the pouch fell as well, Your Honor. The landing impact made the brush pop out of the pouch. It had been in the pouch from the start.
I see. So that's how the brush ended up at the scene. Mr. McQueen, please amend your testimony to mention the brush falling out of the pouch.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm quite sure about the paintbrush. It fell out of the old man's pouch as it hit the ground.
Press it. I said press it. Sorry.
So it fell out of the pouch and not his pocket.
Okay, now before I continue, let's take a quick look at the court record.
Okay.
This is the pouch. Take note of what the description of it.
Oh, it's crammed. Aha! That was an easy one.
Okay. Now back to this.
Okay. Yep. I just did something. Okay.
I believe that's what happened. Yes.
Oh, great! Now I'm doing it too.
That sounded strange to you too, huh, Maya?
I guess it did. I think it contradicts something in the court record.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Present it!
Yeah! That piece of evidence, I think the witness is gonna regret bringing it up.
Okay, so let's back up. And what do we present?
The pouch.
Objection! The paintbrush fell out of the pouch. Wait, the paintbrush fell out of the pouch? Yeah, right.
Oh, but it did! Did he not keep his painting supplies in that tacky little pouch of his? If so, then how could it not have?
Because that paintbrush couldn't fit inside the pouch.
Why is that?
Here, Your Honor. Open it up and find out for yourself.
Well, okay. Let me see. Goodness! A paint jar just fell out! This pouch is filled with them to the brim!
Really? Do you think anything else can fit in there? Maybe a paintbrush?
I don't think so. There's no room at all. Wait a minute!
What?
See? The pouch is filled with paint. If nothing else can fit in there, then there is no way that Mr. McQueen dropped this brush at all.
Great! Gaspar!
Naruto. Every time he's gonna make that face, I'm gonna
Order
say
in the court.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Miss Wright, Mr. Fay, wait, you, the defense!
Oh my god! That would be amazing.
What does this mean?
Your Honor, wait! The defense is merely grasping at trivial points.
But Mr. McQueen said that the paintbrush fell out of the pouch. And yet the brush could not have fit in there.
Which means that the witness has lied on the stand about the brush being in the pouch.
Hey! I'm the one hollering the loud words, zip it!
What? Force of habit.
But still, the paintbrush was at the scene of the crime. If it didn't come out of the pouch, then where did it come from?
It's a paintbrush. It obviously belongs to the defendant. We already know he's a painter, so...
How many times do I have to say that Mr. Campaign is a finger painter? He doesn't need a brush at all.
Then why was it there? A paintbrush doesn't simply materialize out of thin air.
Enough! I, for one, don't believe in materializing evidence. So I would like to ask the defense something.
What? What?
Where did the paintbrush come from? And how did it get there? If we're going to question his testimony, I want you to come up with a reason.
No. Okay.
And be warned, if you don't have a good answer, you will receive a penalty.
Way to pile on the pressure, Your Honor.
Will you be alright, Maya?
Yeah, sure. Why do you ask?
Now then, tell us, why was there a paintbrush at the scene of the crime?
Why do you think there was a brush there?
Can't be... Wait a second. Okay. See, finger paints with his finger. Finn must have bought the King must have bought the brush and planted on him to frame him.
Very good.
Well, if the paintbrush didn't belong to Mr. Gerpain, then it was planted there.
Planted? That's ridiculous! Why would anyone do that?
Isn't it obvious? It was to frame my client, Mr. Fingerpaint, for murder.
What? Frame Gerpain? Who would do such a thing?
Not only that, but why plant it? A paintbrush alone wouldn't be enough to convict a murderer.
And a pouch of paint probably wouldn't either.
What?
The paintbrush, wow.
Ouch.
The paint pouch alone wasn't decisive enough. So the paintbrush was planted to make Mr. Gerpain look guiltier. I'm guessing anyway.
But who would do such a thing? Who would want to frame Mr. Gerpain for murder?
I think it's pretty obvious at this point. Don't you?
King.
Take that! There was another person at
People Park.
I know.
There was another person at People Park that day with the victim. A person who knew that a painter was on the scene, and that person is... you, Mr. McQueen!
What? Me?
That's right, you! You wanted to make Mr. Gerpain look guilty, so you tried to frame him!
Now hold it right there! Well, why would this witness feel the need to frame someone?
He was high. Oh, he's the real killer.
There can only be one reason why King McQueen would want to frame Mr. Gerpain. It was Mr. McQueen who murdered Craig Garver!
What?
Oh my god, I'm on the roll!
Order! Order! Order!
Wow, you shook this place up, Maya.
Kinda like someone I know.
You learned from the best, I guess.
Miss Fay, you mean... does the defense mean to indict this witness in the murder of Mr. Carver?
You can't accuse this man without any evidence!
What? How come?
It's simple. There's no proof that Mr. McQueen even had a paintbrush on him to plant.
The receipt.
It's not something you just carry around by chance.
Why, that's true. I never touched that paintbrush in my life.
Never touched?
It's a pity that the old man carried it in his coat pocket. No fingerprints left. Right, Mr. Payne?
That's right. I'm afraid that the fabric must have rubbed them out.
Ugh! You guys are so full of it!
As snippy as he's being, Mr. Payne has a point. Do you have any evidence that Mr. McQueen owned that paintbrush?
The bag.
Well, maybe.
You know what they say. Maybe's just a baby that needs to be loved till it's a yes.
Dork.
All I'm saying is, if you've come this far, you may as well go all the way.
But how can we? To prove the paintbrush belongs to Crown Top over there.
Well, I admit it is difficult to prove it's his. But we can raise the possibility that he may have gotten it from somewhere.
The possibility.
Let's hear it, Miss Fay. Do you have evidence that Mr. McQueen had a paintbrush on the day of the murder?
And what was it that you said?
The bag. The Paints Are Us bag.
There you go.
Take that! This is my proof, Your Honor.
A small plastic bag? Is that your proof?
We found this bag in the trash can in the park near the chess table. The logo says it's from Paints Are Us, see? And Paints Are Us is just down the street from People Park.
How convenient for you. But that doesn't prove there was a brush in there.
Lucky for us, though, there was a receipt in the bag. And conveniently, it says that a green-handled brush was bought that day. The very same brush that was found at the scene of the crime.
But there's no proof that Mr. McQueen bought it. The defendant could have bought that brush as well.
Sorry. Mr. Gabin could not have bought that paintbrush. The noodle cart guy and the noodle cart guy in Nick's wallet can attest to that. I mean, look at the time on the receipt. That's when we were eating. Since we got back right before 5 o'clock. Mr. Gabin had no time to buy a paintbrush, walk back to the park, drop it off, and eat noodles all between the time of death and the time we came back.
What?
Breaking it.
Good job, Maya. Now they've really got to see that it was possible for McQueen to plant. I can't talk now. They've really got to see that it was possible for McQueen to plant the brush.
I passed on the virus.
I'd like to see Crown Top squeeze his way out of this one.
So, that's your move.
Ugh, he looks so smug again.
You think I went out of my way to kill Mr. Carver, How droll. This is as bad as sacrificing your queen for a knight. A colossal blunder.
Mr. McQueen, what are you saying?
This girl moves carelessly, thoughtlessly, pointlessly. I can't stand players like that.
This isn't a game.
There is a certain amount of logic to what the witness says. The defense has made an accusation without even providing a motive.
What do I do? I haven't really thought out why Mr. McQueen would want to strangle Mr. Carver.
Maya?
I don't know what to do, Nick. I can't think of a reason why Mr. McQueen would kill the victim.
Your Honor,
Mr. Wright?
the defense would like to hear more from Mr. McQueen, if that's all right.
You mean you would like the witness to give another testimony? What about?
We would like to hear about the chess game between the witness and the victim.
But the chess game has nothing to do with the murder.
Maybe, maybe not. But the two men met that day to have a match. The defense demands to know what happened during the game.
This is ridiculous. The chess game has nothing...
After giving it some thought, I believe we should hear what transpired during the game. Nothing may come of it, but we must examine every avenue that may shed light on this case.
What?
Mr. McQueen, you will tell us about the chess game and why you were playing. Understood?
Nice move, Mr. Wright. Very well. I will share what happened that day.
Nick? What?
Just giving you a helping hand. We have to latch on to anything, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Who knows? We may find our answer in the next testimony.
Okay. This'll be the last testimony. I can't let him slip away.
Okay, get ready. That fateful game. 1 week ago, I challenged Mr. Carver to a game of chess. So on the day of the murder, we met at the park. That painter showed up about 5 minutes before we started the match. The whole game lasted about an hour. After the match was over, I got up to leave momentarily. It was just an exhibition game. We weren't playing for anything.
Oh.
Well, if that's how things went, I see no reason for you to kill the victim. However, I do have one question. You say Mr. Grapane showed up. Did anything happen during his arrival?
As it's been said, the painter was there to paint the two of us playing. It seems he started the painting just before the first move. I never had a chance to look at it, though.
Very well. Miss Fay, you may cross-examine the witness for the last time.
Oh boy. Right, Your Honor.
This is your last chance, Maya. Make it count.
You bet.